Today's topic is examination of witnesses and credibility. When a witness comes into court, there is a clear order in how they are questioned. First we have examination in chief, then cross-examination, and finally re-examination if it's needed. This order makes sure the witness has a chance to tell their story, then have that story tested, and then, if necessary, get clarified. Examination in chief is when the lawyer who called the witness asks the questions. The whole idea here is to let the witness tell their story in their version of events in their own words. That's why leading questions, such as questions that suggest the answer, are not normally allowed. The court wants to hear the story from the witness, not from the lawyer putting words in their mouth. Cross-examination is where the real testing happens. This is when the opposing lawyer steps in. Their job is to challenge the witness's story, to see if it holds up under pressure. Unlike in chief, leading questions are allowed in this part. Lawyers will often point out contradictions, gaps in memory, or weaknesses in the story. This stage can be tough for witnesses, but it's vital for getting the truth out. After cross-examination, the original lawyer gets one more chance. This is called re-examination, but it's very limited. They can't go fishing for new evidence. They can only clear up confusion created during cross-examination. Think of it as repair work, patching up the cracks that may have appeared under questioning. Now let's talk about credibility. Credibility is whether a witness is trustworthy or not. You might think lawyers should be able to attack a witness's credibility freely, but the law actually restricts this. If we allowed constant character attacks, trials would drag on and reputations would be unfairly damaged. So, credibility evidence can only be used in specific situations. It's all about balancing fairness with the need to test honesty. One way to test credibility is by using prior inconsistent statements. If a witness said one thing before and something different in the court later, that can be raised in cross-examination. This doesn't always prove the earlier version is the truth, but it shows the court whether the witness is consistent or not. Consistency matters a lot for reliability. A classic case here is Brownie versus Dunn. The court said that if you are going to challenge a witness, for example, if you think they are wrong or even lying, you can't just keep that to yourself. You have to put it to them during cross-examination. Pardon me. That way, they have a fair chance to respond. And the trial stays fair too. It's a basic rule of fairness, and it stops lawyers from ambushing witness at the end of a trial. So, to wrap this up, witness examination has 3 clear stages: examination in chief, cross-examination, and re-examination. Cross-examination is the big test of reliability, but credibility evidence is carefully limited to keep things fair. And don't forget the Brownie versus Dunn rule. If you challenge a witness, you must give them the chance to respond. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.